Good morning, everyone. Well, today is day 3 of the pantry reorganization. And so let's get in here and let's get started on the spices. The first thing I wanted to address was the spices. So let's get in here and let's get it organized in a way that I can see what I have. All right, everybody, we're getting in here. Yesterday's video was a bad angle, so I'm hoping that this is going to be a better angle. Okay, I've backed the camera up. And so I have eggs boiling in the back, and we have 6 minutes on that. So in this 6 minutes, let's see what we can get done. Okay. All right. We are going to start with, I have some empty jars here to put spices in. I have also over here some labels that I'm going to be using to label these jars so that when I put them on the shelf, I can see what's in them. And so we're going to start with the ones that already know what they are. And what I'm going to do is, hold on a minute. I missed one item I needed. Give me a minute. Let me wash and dry this real quick. Do stuff on it. Since those are dried, I need to make sure this is really dried. Sorry guys, I thought I was ready, but I wasn't, clearly. That's okay. This is real. I try to keep it real with you guys and not edit out things. Alright, this is dry. So now what I wanted to do is these larger jars that are almost empty, I'm going to reduce it down to the smaller jars, okay? And this one is labeled. These are dehydrated bell peppers. And so I got on a kick during last year and was running my dehydrator in February to help warm up the house. And anything that I was getting from the food bank that I was not using, I was dehydrating. And I was running my dehydrator pretty much all the time, and it sure did help with heating up the house, okay? So now I've got from a quart jar to a pint jar dehydrated bell peppers. Okay, the next one I wanted to do is take, this is rosemary, and the jar is labeled rosemary, and so that's why I know what's in there. This is actually my homegrown rosemary, and so I'm going to take this, put it in here. Okay, put the lid on it so I don't spill it everywhere, and go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these stickers, and I have, where are they? Here we go. I have white chalk markers, and I'm going to label this rosemary. Okay. And I'm going to put it, what should I do? Should I put it on the jar or the lid? I think I'm going to go ahead and put it on the jar. And there we go. This one is labeled. I think I'm going to do the same thing with the bell peppers. Okay. Now this is chalk marker, so, and this is like stickers that are like chalkboard stickers. And so it can be erased and reused and that kind of stuff, so. All right, these jars have texture on them all the way around. I did not predict this. Okay, well, we're gonna stick it on there and see if it stays. All right. That's why I got these stickers. Like this, see? It's cool. All right. Now, this one and this one needs to be washed. I need some more pint-sized jars, I think. I need 2 more so far. 2 more, 3, we'll see, we'll see. All right, so we are back. We are back. And like I said, I'm trying to get these spices organized. All right, so this is, I had it labeled, this is oregano. And so I'm going to go ahead and put one of these on there and label it oregano. This one is full, so I don't need to. I think I should have labeled it. All right, we'll just put it on there. We're just gonna see how it works. There we go. That one is labeled. I want the chalk to dry. Now let's keep moving and see what else can go into from big quart size jars to pint size jars. This is a half of a quart, so which it's a pint. This is dehydrated onions. That's something I will never do again inside my house. If you're going to dehydrate onions, you need to take it outside, because my whole house was fumigated with onions for 2-3 days after I did this. So if you're going to do onions, it's always a good idea to have dehydrated onions in your house, okay? But do it outside, people. Okay, do it outside. Okay, and it smells like onions. All right, there we go. So you can see that when I did these, I did have a quart of them, well, it's not going to come out, but that's all right. And I'm switching out the jars. These are clean jars. And I'm switching the jars out, and I'm going to run these through the dishwasher. All right, the next one is, these are onions. So I'm just going to put a sticker on it and label it onions. This one. That back here needs to be washed out of my way. All right, the last one that I think I have that can go into a pint-sized jar is this. And this is, let me tell you what this is. I got it last year at the holiday season. I picked up mushrooms for a very, very cheap price. I think they were like 25 cents or 50 cents a pint, and which is very cheap. And I bought them out. And when I did, I brought them home and I put them inside my dehydrator. This ring is rusted, so it's going to go in the trash. Okay, put that off to the side. I brought it home, dehydrated them, and half of them I made into mushroom powder, and the other half I have them on my shelf in there as just mushrooms that I can rehydrate and put into soups and stews if I want to. Okay, but the reason that look at that. The reason that I dehydrated, I don't want to inhale this. The mushrooms is because when I made my spaghetti and meatballs that's on my shelf in there that is absolutely delicious, instead of using in my meatballs, instead of using a filler like a bread or rice or oats or things like that, none of that can be canned. I use mushroom powder. And it turned out so delicious. It was so good. And see, now I'm glad I waited for that to be the last. And I need some more of these. I think I need to get some more of these. I love these things, but I only have 2 of them. And so now we're going to label this mushroom powder. This jar, look at this. This jar doesn't have any labels on it whatsoever. No cur, no. It's interesting. It doesn't have any labels on it. It must be a recycled one. There we go. As long as I can read it, it doesn't have to be pretty. As long as I can read it. All right, so there we go. We got that. I'm going to take this and put it back over there along with that one. Actually, come along with me. We're going to put this into the dishwasher as we go. As we go, we put it in the dishwasher. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to bring this over here. And these that are labeled, I'm going to go ahead and put them in this. And this is the thing I'm going to carry to the back. and put it on the shelf. All right. Still thinking through things here, people. I just need a break. Coffee break. I have nothing to eat this morning, and it's almost 11 o'clock in the morning. All right, so now these are dehydrated tomatoes that I got from my garden. And I brought them in and I sliced them up because I was getting too many tomatoes, more tomatoes than I could use last year. And so I just sliced them up and put them in the dehydrator and put them on my shelf. So we're gonna put tomatoes on this one and put it on the jar. Okay, tomato. Okay, I think this is going to work out fine, at least for a year. Okay, I won't have to do this for a year. There we go. All right, we're making progress. That powder got all over everything. Let me hold on. Oh, Lordy. Reality, people, reality. This mushroom powder got all over everything. Let me wipe all this up. It's driving me nuts. Driving me nuts. There we go. All right, now. Okay. I'm dividing things up. I'm dividing the savory from the sweet things, meaning the stuff that I use for sweet things. We'll see. Okay, I got seasoned salt here. We're gonna put that in the bucket there with all of those things. This is cilantro. I received cilantro from the food bank in big bunches back then. Dehydrated it. It was more than I could use. So I dehydrated it and made it shelf stable. We're going to put a label on it. And this, I have another big container of cilantro in my pantry. And so you have probably seen me cook with it, the big container. And so, but this one is older. So now that I have just rediscovered it, we're going to use this up first before I finish up the other big container of cilantro, because I use a lot of cilantro. All right, y'all see we're making a dent on this, getting it organized. All right, let's pull this over here. Make it easier on yourself, woman. See, self-talk. All right, so this is ground cinnamon. We're gonna put that off to the side. It's me, Spice. It's me. It's me. It's me, baby. It's me. All right, we're gonna open this up. I received this as a gift, and I don't know who sent it to me, but I appreciate it. And so we're gonna take a look and see what is in this, and I'm gonna put them in jars and label them. All right, it looks like Let me see. Okay, that's just the danger of, what's the label say back here? Lemon and orange peel. So one bag is lemon peel and one bag is orange peel. So we are going to, welcome to my world, people. I just put the the funnel in the dishwasher. Give me a minute. Where's that other funnel that I have? Oh, lordy woman. There it is. Okay. We'll see if this one will work. I have several funnels, so. I only have one canning funnel, but. So, let's not get them confused. What do you think? Is this a quart or a pint? What do you think? I think a pint. I'll be back. Let me go get some more pint jars. I'll be back. I think this is a pint. Okay? All right, everyone, I'm going to take you through this challenge that I produced for myself today. And I want y'all to see that this is all of the items that I need to get used up or given away. And so I'm looking at those and I'm making decisions. And now let me take you into my pantry. I got rid of the spice rack. Let me show you right here. There, the spice rack is going out. All right. The reason is because it's very confusing for me to have spices in the kitchen and in the pantry. If I need spices, I need to go get them out of the pantry and bring them. That's what I need to do. And so let me take you into the pantry and show you the results. All right, so we're going to start at the top, up here at the top. And so that is all of my bulk spices, canning jar lids, bulk spices on the top row up there. And so I have to keep them on the front row because I'm so short I cannot reach up there. And if I bring in a stepping stool, then I have to brace myself to get up on top of it. And I don't want to pull this shelf over on top of me. And so I have to be able to have access to it. So all of the back side of that top shelf is empty because I can't reach it. Now, on the second row, starting over here with number 25, that is the box of all of my small little tiny spices and mixes. And then going across, we have my breakfast cereal and my mint tea back there. We have some fruit pectin back there for canning. I have a few canned goods right there. And then all of the stuff across there after that is my spices and sauces and steak sauce, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, and all the spices that I just reduced down and put into bigger jars. Okay, and then the next shelf over here is all of my meats are right here. Behind it is all my oils. And so those are my meat proteins. And then I have a couple of canisters that have, I believe it's salt. That's my canning salt and my cornmeal in the back. And then what fruit that I was able to put on the shelf is next. And that little blue box is the pearls that go into a pie shell when I make pies. Then I have some canned Mexican soup there, my powdered milk. Then over there I have, next to it is the tomatoes, the bell peppers, and the onions that I dehydrated. Behind it is my adobo sauce. And baked goods are behind it with Parmesan cheese. See, I can tell you now what's there. And then I have powdered sugar and brown sugar there. And then on the next shelf down, okay, let me give you right here. The next shelf down, I have my French onions. I have some milk there that's canned. And those are the ones that I need to use up first. That's why they're right there on that shelf. Then I have tea, the tea that I have. And behind it is the fruits in a box. I have sliced carrots and sweet potatoes there. Those are black-eyed peas or field peas. And I have lentils there. My coffee is next. I do have some beans back there. Like a big can of ranch style beans. I didn't even check that one. See, I'm missing that. All right, so I need to go back and check that and see. And then in the back over there, I have salsa. Hold on a minute. Let me go look. Hold on. Oh, and 2 cans of chicken broth back there that I have. And then I also have the care kit for my cutting board. I got that as a gift. And so there. Now we're going to move on to the next shelf. And in the next shelf I have sauces that I use for like enchiladas. I have the pasta sauce as well, like Alfredo sauce. I have a jar of that there. And it looks like those are the cream of mushroom, cream of celery, whatever cream of soups there. And I have the water chestnuts that I have there. Then I have my canned goods there. I have a random applesauce there. Let me get that. I have my applesauce somewhere else right now. These are the blueberries. These are ranch style beans. These are the cherries. And this is my spaghetti sauce that I made with meatballs. Then I have, let's see, yeah, the V8 juice. Where's that V8 juice? There it is, the V8 juice. Okay, let me turn the camera so you can see. Yeah, that's all my tomato products there, all my tomato sauces and tomato paste and that stuff. And then I have beans there that I canned. I canned a lot of beans, okay? I did. I have to admit that I did. And then on the very bottom shelf, I have a shelf of beans that I can. Then I have a case of beans underneath that. And then the one on top of it is mixed green beans. It has asparagus. It has mixed greens in there. Spinach and collard greens and that kind of stuff. Then the next one over is the corn that I canned with some potatoes mixed in there. And on top of it is canned corn, mushrooms, and those are the sweet peas that I bought several months ago. And then right next to it is all the potatoes that I canned with 2 cans of potatoes that are not expired. And then right next to it and behind those potatoes are canned chicken that I have. And I keep those handy for when I need, and it's just chicken that I put into the jars and pressure can them. Then I have beef stew there, and I'm going to turn the camera around and show you the rest. This time on this area, we'll start from the bottom and go up. All right. We have my rice in the red container there. We have my dried beans. We have molasses there. What's left of a big jar of oil, big container of oil. We have molasses and honey there. We have vinegar that I use for canning. And then around here, right around here, this is my rice and pasta jars, all right? And these are my containers of sugar and flour. And then I'm gonna move the camera up just a little bit, and on the next shelf, you can see that I have like 3 or 4 gallons of water there in our area. I live in Hurricane Alley, so we have to keep water on hand here. And so that's what that's for. That's my stock of water. And then next to it is my mixed vegetables that I canned. Then we have broth. I'm not sure if it's turkey or chicken broth, but that's what we have there. And then the next shelf up, I'm going to move the camera up so you can see everything on that. We have some more broth. Okay, right here, there's a can of like imitation beef broth there, but behind it is the rest of the broth. And then this is the most recent milk that I canned. So, and then in front of it is some more broth because I have broth coming out of my ears now, which is a good thing. I needed broth, okay? And so I went ahead and I've got plenty of it now. Underneath this broth right here, right there, that is my salsa verde that I made. Okay? And so we're going to move up to the nuts and the pasta and the instant mashed potatoes. Okay? So on the left there, you see my my dehydrator there and my waffle maker. And then you have my mashed potatoes, pasta, and then the nuts. And then coming up, you have in here, let me put this applesauce down right here. We have some bean soup back here. We have beans here. We have the Great Northern bean soup that I made here. Right here is this is blueberry syrup right here. And then as we go up, you're going to see more bean soup up there, a different type of bean soup. And then we have the split pea soup there. So the bean soup over there and the split pea soup there, okay? And then up at the top, we have a couple of items that I rarely use, but they're up there if I need them. And so guys, this is the tour of my pantry. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back up and I'm gonna show you kind of how I cleaned everything up. All right, we're gonna start over here. Now this is still a hot mess on top of this fold out bed. I still have not completely organized it, but it's better, okay? It's better. And then, yeah, my giant teddy bear that was bought for me years ago. I still love that thing, so I keep it. And then you're going to see a table that needs to be worked on, all right? That table, all I need is a circle, like plexiglass or piece of wood on it, and it's going to go in my living room where the Christmas tree is once I get it fixed up. That's another project that I have. And then I have an extra like thing for silverware there. I received it as a gift, and so when my other one gets to where it's nasty, then I will use that one. And that's my kombucha jars there. And then in the back, you're going to see all the spices stuff. All right, that's all of his food, his greenies, and his treats. And that's his area. All right. And I'm still working on this. This is by far not finished. All right. But I wanted you to see the progress today. You guys be blessed because I know I am. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me see. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I think. Yeah, it's 1:12 in the afternoon right now. I just finished up doing the spices in my pantry and giving you guys a tour on the spices. I mean, on the pantry. And I'm sitting down. I had not had anything to eat all morning. So I had me 2 boiled eggs. I'm finishing up my very first cup of coffee. I was determined to get finished with that. Now it is not completely finished. I still have that sleeping sofa that needs to be kind of cleared off and things put where they need to go. But I'm feeling better about that room. And the reason there's 2 reasons why I did that. Number one, I really needed to see what I had and what needed to be used up and what I need to give away. That's the first reason. And the second reason is, well, there's probably 3 reasons, okay? I needed to see what spices I had in there because one of the things that I noticed while I was going through the spices, you saw I was really confused when I was going through the spices and I turned the camera off. And the reason is because I was seeing 3 or 4 jars in this of the same thing, and I would pick it up and I would say, oh, it's this, and then I would go on and then I would pick another one up and it was the same as the first one, and I was like, where did I see that at? And so I had to sort those spices out. Once I sorted them out, and I did that off camera, okay, because it was going to take me a while. But once I sorted those spices out, I realized that I had like 3 jars of the same spice, um, 3 jars of oregano, 3 jars of thyme, 3 jars of basil. I had 2 jars of ground um, ground cloves. Um, it was I was confused, and so I had to sort everything out for myself so I could see what I had. And so I combined those into one of the mason jars. Does that make sense? So that I have 1 jar instead of 3 little tiny jars. And now I know what I have as far as spices is concerned, and I know what bulk I have as well, so that I don't make the mistake of picking up a spice, because I come across it in a recipe and think I need it. Now I can go to my shelf and check that the little box first, to see if I have a small jar of it, okay? And then if I don't, then I check my pint jars. And then if I don't see it there, then I check the bigger ones, okay? And see if I have it in bulk. So with that, I have completely done the shelves, okay, in there, and organized spices food so that I know how much I need. Like, I'm so glad I did that as well, because when I did that, I realized, guess what? I have his food on automatic order because I never want to be out of his food. Well, I can skip next month's food for him because I've got enough for it. And so, all right, I am reducing down and using what I have, all right, instead of going to the grocery store and things like that. So I feel successful today. And so I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to get this video uploaded for you guys, get it edited, all the things I need to do. So it'll be ready for you this evening for a live premiere where I'll be available for you for questions and answers and anything and comments and anything you want to say. You guys be blessed because I'm blessed.